Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Okay, so today I really wanted to talk about 5 top mistakes which traders make before or while trading in the stock market. And specifically, I think this whole video is just going to be revolved around risk management. I mean, I'm going to talk about 5 different things, but honestly, they're all related to risk management. So the first thing that you guys have to know is that loss is inevitable in the stock market. I've said this many times as well, that you have to understand how to lose money. You have to understand the feeling of losing money and that it is inevitable no matter what. It's all about building that positive reinforcement, building that positive relationship with trading so that the next day you come back and you're ready to go again and not deterred. So I just want to show you guys. The next thing is like position size. So, if you go in with too big of a position size when you're aggressive, it's called like revenge trading. For example, like if you go in and trade and you have profit, you're up on the day, but then it goes south and you get distracted and then you feel like, oh, you had your opportunity, so you go back in with a bigger size thinking you can make up for that loss with a bigger size, but in the end you just end up losing more because you went with more and you didn't think about it, you didn't think about the trends, and you lost. So that's very common, and that usually tends to happen when you are ignoring the overall direction. Now, I've mentioned this as well many times. It's about understanding the direction of the stock market. If the trend is in your favor, if there's an upward trend, that's when you want to trade. It's a lot harder when the trend is against you. If there's a downward trend and you're long on the position, it's just a lot harder to find those opportunities and take advantage of those opportunities. So let me guys show you an example of myself. So here's Nikola, okay, Nikola Corporation. This is on 9th June. So basically, this is when it started shooting up. And of course, I got FOMO, so I wanted to join in. And so I took a trade. Here are my trades, all right? This is with options as well. So I took a trade with Nikola the first time. I bought at 68, sold at 69. I went with the trends. I followed everything, and I made 15 pounds profit. It's very, very decent. I followed. I stuck with my strategy, and I made profit. Next, I went in because I thought I was going to shoot up again, but because it made a pretty big jump to 70, and I thought it's really going to skyrocket, but it didn't. It didn't. I just waited for it. I waited to go back, but it's too late. I lost 34, so I've already lost double what I'd already made. Okay, this is on June 8th. But with Tesla, Tesla's shooting up. It's very, very active. So I'm like, okay, I want to stick with that for the day. So then I take a next position. I lose 2 pounds 96. I was very good with managing my risk in this trade because I noticed, I saw the trend. I saw exactly what had happened before when I lost 34 pounds. I'm like, all right, it's not worth it, so I'm going to get out. And I did. And I went in again, same thing. I noticed I went in at the wrong time. I got out. Sorry, that was a different one. But I really managed my risk well because I understood the pattern. I understood that the trend was against me, so I left. And here's something. It sees 10 pounds. You might think, yeah, it's a good stable trade, but actually, this is a case of FOMO. So I bought in at 72, all right? It was $72 at the time, and it had gone down to like 60. It had gone down to 60, and I'm like, all right, should I sell? I was down about 100 pounds at this time. I was down 100 pounds, and I'm like, all right, should I sell? Should I sell? It was here, June 9th. It was here. All right, it was like June 8th. It was really down low. It was like I'd bought in at here, and it had gone down all the way here. It gone down all the way here, and I'm like, all right, this is over. Like I should sell, but I waited. I'm like, the pattern seems to be doing pretty well. I'm going to stick with it because based on the MACD indicator and the RSI, it looked like it was about to go up. So I stuck with it until market closed, where it had reached here. So I'd broken even. By the time the market had closed, I'd broken even. And then pre-market, it had shot up the next day on June 9th. It had shot up and reached an all-time high, 52-week high of 94. Okay, and at that point, pre-market the next day, I go and see, I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I was down 200, and now I'm up 200 pounds, like nearly 300 pounds. So I was very, very happy. But here's my mistake. I got greedy. And I thought it's just going to keep on going up. Like, why would it not? In a matter of literally minutes, it went all the way back down. And as you can see here, I literally only made 10 pounds. I bought at 71, I sold at 72, and I literally only made 10 pounds 52. And that's a common mistake of greed. I mean, luckily I didn't lose again, but it still shows what I could have made. And even though I did end in a profit, it just shows it was my lack of believing in my stats. I mean, here I believe in my stats. I'd manage my risk. But here, even though I'd gained money and here I'd lost, I still preferred this trade over this one, solely due to the fact that here I stuck with my strategy, and here I just got bewildered by this huge number, this huge stock price, and I just, I forgot all my fundamentals. I mean, I forgot everything which led me to that position in the first place. And because of that, I was not able to profit, and I only made 10. I mean, I did profit, but to the extent that I had already. So in the end, this is what happened. And so that was a really, that was a lesson well learned, and that's something which is very very important. It's about trading. A huge mistake which I'd made here is that I was trading to profit. I was not trading to learn, and this is specifically relevant for beginner investors because you gotta understand that it's a whole learning process. It's a huge learning curve, and you gotta really be in it for learning. Because if you're not in it for learning, you're not gonna be in it. You're not gonna profit. And there's like a fallacy. There's that illusion because it's very easy. Honestly, it's very easy to make money in the stock market. But at the same time, it's difficult to cut losses and it's difficult to stay consistent with making money. You can make money for a whole month even, and then one day, based off of greed, based off of bad risk management, you lose all that in a matter of a day or a week, whatever it is. But it happens, and that's what if you can focus on cutting losses, if you can focus on understanding that losing money is a part of it, and it's just about losing as little money as you can, and about focusing on the strategy which got you in the positive position in the first place and believing in it, only then will you learn and will you be able to be consistent with it. I mean, after this, for example, I was really like, I took a break after trading from this. I was, I took some revenge trades here and there. Like, pretty sure if you see here, I went into Nikola again, but then I lost. Like, it was not good. I mean, this was just lucky. Like me making 22 pounds here, it was lucky. I mean, it was just a revenge trade. It had nothing to do. Like you can see right after I lost 24. So there was no strategy in that. Like even though I profited, it was nothing. It was just purely based on emotions, thinking I'm gonna outdo the market, but that was just stupid. And yeah, that's basically why I ended up losing, and I learned from that, and I got deterred from trading. I took a break from trading after that. So that's why it's so important to minimize your losses, take the small profits, and stick to the strategy because with that, you're going to be motivated to go back in the market, and that's ultimately what you want. It's knowing when to walk away and knowing when to stay. So if you can manage your risk, if you can understand why you're in a position that you're in, then you'll be more likely to go back in the market and be more consistent with your long-term gains. Okay, so keep these in mind. Take notes. These are really, really key ideas, which I think managing risk is the foundation of achieving success in the stock market. So that was just a update based on my experience, lessons that you guys can take from that, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Comment down anything you'd like to see in terms of me trading. I'm gonna get into day trading very soon. I'm first building up my account with Inovio Pharmaceuticals, and subscribe. I post daily, and yeah, I will see you all tomorrow.